Hi, my loves. It's Destin Choice, and you're watching Choice TV. Yes, I'm live. Yes, I'm 20 minutes late, but you're still here, and that's the good part. So I wanted to get on here and have a nice, good venting session. And let me see. Some of y'all are saying he said he's coming. Yeah, just wait. Just be patient. Sometimes I just laze. Sorry. Sorry for being tardy to the party. But I wanted to get on here and discuss my plans on traveling and going to Africa and going all types of places. Because as you guys know, I go to a bunch of different places. I've traveled a lot. I've been here, I've been there, I've been every fucking where. I've been to your grandma's backyard. I've been here, I've been there. I've been to a lot of places. So sometimes when I do travel, the conflict going on in the world does heavily affect me. But I don't want to make this a whole breakdown of like, oh my god, I'm affected. I can't travel no more and go eat some fucking, fucking like London, UK Popeyes and fucking Chick-fil-A from fucking France. Like that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. What's really important is there's a lot of things that I want to talk about that personally affect me because of the things that are going on with this fucking. To be honest, they say it's not a war, but it sounds like a fucking war. Like when you hear about the fact that Iran and a bunch of other places are fucking shooting fucking missiles at certain bases, and they keep saying, "Oh well, it's intercepted." Like, "Oh, this got intercepted. It didn't hit this. Oh, it hit that. It hit this. It almost hit this." That sounds like a fucking war to me. But of course, people are gonna say, "Well, it's not technically a war." So then, what the fuck is a war? Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I kind of wonder, like, what is a war? But maybe we'll have to wait and live to find out. I kind of wanted to get on here and discuss this as well. So people sometimes think to themselves that everything happening right now is just oil prices in terms of like, oh, well, gas goes up. Yeah, I can't fill up my tank. Yeah, this, I can't fill up. I can't this. If you want to see the way the world is going, all you got to do is just look at the gas prices. If as soon as you look at the gas prices and shit just doesn't look right, that tells you everything of how the world is going. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people many years ago. I thought to myself, oh, okay, well, oil prices went up, gas prices went up. Oh, okay, well, that's not that bad. I mean, I don't fucking drive. Like, I take public transport, or I'll get my ass on a fucking bus, or I'll hop on a fucking Uber. Well, mostly because of what I do, like working remotely and shit like that. That's kind of why. But it's a lot deeper than just fucking oil prices going up and you can't go down the street and go to happy hour on a fucking Sunday. When oil prices go up, a lot of things get affected, and I've realized that as inflation and as the pandemic express affected us. So for example, you know how when you buy clothes online and you buy clothes on Shein and you buy clothes on all these fucking websites online to like take care of yourself and make yourself look good? A lot of those things are exported from different countries. So what do countries need to export shit into your country? Like the clothes you have, the hairbrushes you buy, the medicine you have, even some of the things you use in your pharmaceuticals. Like a lot of that has oil in it. If oil goes up, guess what happens? These planes, these ships, and these trucks can't go from point A to point B, which means you can't get your shit. And if you do get your shit and oil prices go up, you get taxed more. That means, okay, well, now that hairbrush you bought, those oils you bought, those fragrances you buy, those colognes you buy, those polyester shirts you buy, those plastic bowls, those Ziploc bags that are used to being like $3 for a whole box, that goes up because plastic comes from oil. So once I kind of like came to the conclusion, I realized that I was like, oh my fucking god! Like if you actually sit down and realize everything that comes from oil, this shit comes across as scarier and scarier every fucking day. And all I can think of is flight prices about to go up. So now you can't even go from here to here anymore. Now flight prices are about to triple and double. Two, you can't buy the clothes you would like anymore. You can't buy the furniture you would like, and even grocery stores, they export a lot of their fruits and vegetables from different countries. Like I didn't realize that a lot of the fruits and vegetables we make in America, a lot of them are like, well, not make, but a lot of them are exported from like different countries in Asia and the Middle East. Like some stuff that it really just depends on the state and the city you live in. Like some of us live in places where we can't easily get pomegranates. Like, even growing up in Miami, Florida, like I thought sugarcane was so fucking common. Like I remember I grew up eating sugarcane all the time, sugarcane juice. Like I just always had it plentiful because I grew up in Miami, Florida, where it can grow because it's humid and tropical. And then I moved to fucking California. And then I lived in New York for a little bit. And then I go here and I realized, wait, sugarcane is not everywhere. In my head, I was like so pissed off. I kept thinking to myself, bro, like, and then when I actually do find places that do sell it, this one fucking dude from Africa, this white man from Africa, he was from like Zimbabwe. He's like not too far from my house. He sells sugarcane, but he was trying to sell me half a stalk of sugarcane for $5. Half a stalk of sugarcane doesn't even fill up half this fucking bottle. You bitch ass bitch. You bitch ass. Oh God, I was so upset. But those are the things that kind of get affected when we're like constantly, need things. Like when you go to the grocery store and you're like, okay, well that needs this, or we need that, we need this, we need that. And then when you live in the UK or you live in the US and you live in France, you live in a Western country, you can't get access to these things anymore to cook what you want or to have what you want. And then now we realize and we find out how Cuba actually feels, because Cuba is essentially being isolated and currently being drained. And America has Cuba on this ugly ass chokehold right now. So oil is in every fucking thing. Like I didn't realize that even oil affects things such as, for example, brand deals. Like if oil is affected, brand deals get affected as well. Because let's say someone has a brand deal with like a company and they need the actual product, or a brand deal with a fucking car. Well, that car has to be shipped. The shipping prices are now triple/double, and now you got to get like a pay cut for this brand deal. Like those are things that content creators have to deal with. And then for you, like anyone that's like a normal individual that doesn't care about that kind of shit, think about this. If oil is affected, then there's certain things that you can't do. You can't fucking like, you can't hop, for example, like trains, like those operate on oil. Imagine when now going on a fucking train or a bus, that's just going to be like triple or quadruple. Now when you want to get a fucking ticket to hop on a fucking Amtrak or hop on a train to go from point A to point B, that shit doubles. So at first I was kind of thinking to myself, wait, but that doesn't make any sense. Like a lot of this shit going on, like the US isn't dependent on Iran. Like we don't really get most of our oil from the Middle East. So at first I was like, wait, are we really affected by oil? And then I looked deeper and did some more research, and I found out that most of our oil comes from Canada and Mexico. So I was like, all right, so if we get most of our oil from Canada and Mexico, how are you affected? Because that's what I always knew. Like we get most of our oil from North America. But that affects exporters. That affects people who work in the airline industry. That affects people who work in tourism. People can't go from point A to point B if they want to fly a certain airline, and then that affects tourism in a different country. So let's say you want to go to Thailand and go here, but oops, sorry, that ticket isn't $900 anymore round trip. Now that ticket's about $3,000 round trip, and it takes longer because now we can't fly through the Middle East. We got to fly the other route, and the other route is longer, which means instead of flying from, let's say you live in New York City, going from New York City to Turkey, from Turkey to Thailand. You can't do that shit anymore because now that whole area is fucking blocked and on lock, where you have to pass to the Middle East. Now they got to go the other way around, where now you got to stop it. Now you got to start from New York, then your ass got to stop in fucking France, then your ass got to stop in fucking Belgium, then your ass got to fucking stop in Switzerland, and then your ass got to find a direct flight from Switzerland to Thailand. And then that's when it becomes complicated. So that's kind of how it gets affected. And that doesn't only affect airlines and people who are trying to fly and travel and get somewhere for work. That also affects people who are in the tourism industry. And then when they see stuff like that, they look at America and they're just like, oh, okay, so this is all America's fault. But it's easy to blame America because, I'll be real, a lot of this shit is technically Israel's fault. I'm not going to say the word, but a lot of this shit is Israel's fault. But of course, it's easier to blame America, which it is, because America is kind of like the mean girl. So Iran, a lot of these countries in the Middle East, they're like, okay, cool. Most specifically Iran, they're saying, okay, cool, y'all killed our leader. Okay, cool, y'all are still just throwing missiles at our landmarks, because let's be real, the media isn't talking about this. That's why my biggest advice for anyone watching this is, if you ever watch media, try not to get too much from American media. Chinese media usually shows it all. Like, they have no fucking shame when it comes to America. They fucking drag America every chance they get, and they're always calling America. Like, watch Japanese news, Chinese news, American news, with the subtitles, of course, and the Korean news, and they'll tell you the truth about what's going on in the world. Like, if you watch them on like TikTok, or you go on a website where they translate it for you, they tell you all the fucking tea. And it's overwhelming, because sometimes I see this kind of stuff and I think to myself, damn, I can imagine if I had to like actually commit to my trip, like going to like actual Africa, because I still plan on going to Africa. That's definitely going to happen. So I told you guys this, 8, 9, 10 months ago, maybe close to a year ago, that I was going to Africa because I wanted cheaper living, calmer life. Like, I'll still keep my apartment in Los Angeles, right? So to give y'all the rundown, I still live in Los Angeles, California, and I would kind of like rent, and I like at the moment I rent out my extra bedroom because it makes me extra money, and I have somebody helping me to pay stuff, which is cool, which is nice, and then I get to just pursue and push all my energy towards going somewhere else, you know. But if I'm trying to travel and go places, the last thing I would want is if I had to quickly come to America and then I couldn't anymore because some shit got blocked. So now I'm like, oh, like, is it even worth being gone from America for a long time? Unless I permanently leave and I'm like, okay, with being gone for 2 years. Because sometimes I've left America where I've been gone for like a month. Like I lived in Morocco at one point for 2 months. And I thought to myself, okay, cool. 2 months is fine. I got to go back home to go handle and rectify something. And in my head, I'm thinking I'm going straight home. Everything's fine. And everything is fine. But what if now I don't have that luxury anymore where now when I want to get home because there's an emergency or somebody got this going on or somebody needs me to come to do this or somebody, needs me to support them, then what? Like I can't fucking go back so easily and then it becomes difficult and then I get stuck. And then also it can be a little bit difficult sometimes because people sometimes think that just because you're an American that you're like, oh, I'm free, I'm an American, I can do what I want. The world's this, the world kisses my ass. Let's put it this way, the world doesn't revolve around you because you're from a Western country. I'm gonna tell you this right now, that when you go to certain places, no one really gives a fuck about where you're from. It's kind of like, if you're not with security, nobody really gives a fuck. Like you basically are for yourself and within yourself, and people tend to prioritize the citizens in their country rather than immigrants. Yeah, something America tends to not do sometimes. They tend to prioritize their actual citizens over everybody else. So when it all comes down to it and there's like a war and there's an explosion, let's say you're somewhere and you're injured and you want to like make sure you go to the hospital and get care. What if they tell you straight up, oh, sorry, like we got to prioritize people who are from our country and our state to do this. And then it's like, oh, fuck, awkward. Like now being a foreign doesn't even like hold any weight anymore. Like now nobody fucking cares anymore when the world's back is, when your back is against the wall. So let me read some of these comments. I know some of y'all are still coming in here, but I'm still like going in about this. But yeah, so my plan was this. I was supposed to go I live in California, Los Angeles. I rented out my extra bedroom, which is nice. I have a spacious extra bedroom and I rented out to someone that I know and they've been great. Everything's been good. So they're helping me pay rent, which is cool. You know what I mean? Like I don't need help, but it's nice to have someone that, rents my bedroom and takes care of my apartment while I'm gone. And plus I have like a spacious apartment. And plus, I'm not gonna lie, I'm also a little bit annoyed because my landlord recently raised my rent. So I live in a basic 2-story apartment. I mean, it sounds nice because it's 2 stories, but like it's still pretty pricey. It's not as expensive as most people. So let me give you the rundown. My rent, so I live in a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, right? My rent is approximately $2,520. That's my rent, $2,520. And I pay that much because I live in Los Angeles, California. When you live in a place like Los Angeles, California, or you live in New York or Boston, you're paying a premium because of the city that you live in. You're paying for the benefits, the fucking care, the school. Like you pay for what you get when you move to a certain state. So living in California, it is kind of expensive. And sometimes when I'm out of different countries, people have asked me, like, are you running from something? Or like, why are you always traveling? Why are you always going here? Or why are you always out the country? Or what's going on? And sometimes people be asking me, like, are you going for work? Are you going for this? Are you vlogging? And sometimes I'll be like, no, bitch, I'll just be bored. Like, I'm tired of fucking, like, trying to, like, live my life and have fun. And I can't even do it because I'm always annoyed with the bill. Like, life was a lot better 5-6 years ago when I would look at my bill and I'd be like, okay, $60 for a decent meal. That's not that bad. I got a decent drink and a nice meal. And now when I go out to eat or want to go out and do something, you're paying minimum $150 just to enjoy the day. Like, in terms of parking, or if you're Ubering, you're paying for Ubers, you're paying for this, you're paying for that. It's a lot. So now sometimes even in California, when I go out, I take public transport, which makes things so much easier. You know what I mean? Because Ubers used to not be that expensive in America. Like I used to literally hop in an Uber and be like, okay, I'm going to the other side of town. I'm going to go turn up by myself and go meet new people. And then I would like pay like $40 for an Uber and then go way across town. Now that same Uber is like $75, $80. So now it's like when I want to go somewhere, I have to hop on public transport. So I hop on the subway or I hop on the city bus. I take another bus, then another bus, then I walk. And then sometimes it gets late and I think to myself, oh my God, do I want to take the city bus and transport or do I want to fucking take an Uber? And sometimes when it gets too late and I'm too fucking late and just don't feel like taking the bus, I just have to Uber home and then that's more expensive. But I've been narrowing it down with just taking public transport to save myself some money. But I like to live frugally. Like I'm very cheap. I live very frugally. I don't have expensive ass, as you can see, designer clothes. I live in a very modest, simple ass apartment. You know what I mean? Like I still like, for example, my apartment is old. You know, it's spacious, but it's old. Like I still have this old ass fucking like air conditioner, as you can see. This shit is straight out of the fucking 1970s. And I still have an air conditioner that looks like that. So that's how old my apartment is. Like the walls are like very hollow and old, you know what I mean? But it's a decent apartment and my view is literally a fucking parking lot. So I paid $25.20 with a view of a parking lot, which is nice, a nice parking lot. And then sometimes I hear crackheads on the street saying, get out, you dirty bitch. Like I still hear shit like that sometimes outside my window. But I mean, it's LA, right? Like money, opportunities, it's Hollywood. So sometimes I kind of want to just enjoy my life and I just be like, damn, I like living in Los Angeles and it's cool, but sometimes I want to just like go places and not spend $200. Meanwhile, I could like get a quick little flight to somewhere else for $300, and then for the whole week I'm somewhere. I only spent $150 for a whole week. Like I went to like I didn't go to Mexico and be like, okay, I want to go to Mexico. I want to go to Salvador. I go there, boom, $150 for the whole week of just enjoying food that's clean, that's organic, that tastes good, and Ubers are like $2 to $3. Like that's stuff that I love and I enjoy. And sometimes I can't do that in America. Like I feel like sometimes when I make money, I just can't enjoy it in America. Like I sometimes feel like that's why that was my main thing with trying to go to Africa for a little bit. It's like no matter how hard I work, don't get me wrong. Like I'm not saying I have nothing. Like I'm fine. I'm self-sufficient. But no matter how hard I work, I still have moments where like, damn, like I feel like I'm still damn near living check to check, like trying to, and that's a moment of transparency. Like, damn, my ass feels like I'm still living fucking check to check. Like, it's still not enough. Like, I still feel like, damn, I don't fucking make enough fucking money. And I'm fine, but like, I gotta go to other countries to really enjoy shit. Like, hell, even France, even Paris is cheaper than fucking enjoying fucking California and enjoying America now. Like, I'm like, damn, like I'm looking at some of these apartments. Like, I've been watching some of these videos on TikTok and people be like, yeah, I live in Paris and my rent is $1,100 a month. Yeah, it's getting expensive here. Bitch, $1,100 a month to live in Paris. Like, my rent is $25.20 for those of you who missed the last time. So I paid $25.20 for my rent. And just to give you guys more of an idea of my apartment is, it's 2 stories. Like the bottom is a living room area, and the living room is like connected to the kitchen. And then I have the bedroom right here. The bathroom's literally right there. I can literally walk there and like fucking my bathroom's like literally 8 feet away. My room's right here, the bathroom's right there, and then my guest bedroom is like right here. So past this wall. Guest bedroom here, bathroom here, my room here, living room. And go down the stairs, living room. So it's nice and it works for what it works for. But you know, and that's not gonna that's low key a steal because some of y'all who live in New York are paying like $2,700 for a small ass fucking studio. Like I'm very lucky, and it's a 2-bedroom too, so that's already a deal. Oh, and also it does come with washer and dryer, but it's shared washer and dryer. So I got to go down to the parking garage to use it, and then I got to pay for it because it's not fucking free because nothing's free. And then also, I also have a parking garage, so I have 2 free parking spaces. So that works, you know what I mean? Like whenever my friends come in or my friends need to leave their cars during like vacations, they like will leave their car in my parking garage. So that helps. It's nice, but damn, I just feel like I can't really enjoy my fucking money in California. I feel like I can't really enjoy a decent life unless I just stay inside and just fucking cook. I don't want to do that. I could, but I feel like I can't really enjoy a nice life. That's why sometimes I'm always out the country because people sometimes be like, "Oh my god, you always out there." Like, well, the thing is, it helps because I have free time. Like, I will film on my camera, edit on my phone, or I'll edit on my laptop as I'm using right now. I'll do live streams. I'll do content. I'll do Patreon content. I'll film podcasts with the podcast. You know, I'll check emails. I'll get stuff done, and that's what helps me a little bit. But it does kind of suck a little bit because sometimes I think to myself, damn, like I'm going to a bar and I want to be able to just chill and enjoy a nice fucking grilled cheese sandwich and a side of salad and a decent cocktail and a decent margarita, and I don't want to have to wake up and see that shit come out to like $150. Like that's annoying, you know. So it's like I feel like I'm like, damn, like I have to feel like I feel like I have to like literally take my shit and go to a different country. And I've tried my best to like downsize. Like I've definitely downsized. Like I'm not like, oh my god, I have nothing. Give me money, bitch. Like I'm not like on one. I'm not like on that shit where like you know how a lot of influencers are not going on the monkey app, but there's a whole other not the monkey app, TikTok Live. I'm gonna talk about that in another video. That's actually another topic. So after I get off here, I'm gonna be making a video about that. You know how a lot of influencers are not going on TikTok Live, and they're just like, yeah, go, like the live, and then you see it's fucking Tamar Braxton and B2K. First of all, what the fuck is B2K on fucking TikTok Live asking for fucking donations? And like, I get it, like it makes money, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I've done TikTok Live and I actually have a following, and it doesn't make that much money. TikTok Live does not fucking pay shit. You can go on TikTok Live for like literally 3 hours, and people think they're gonna be making 12, 15K. That is not how it works. TikTok don't pay for shit. Just to make that clear, that's another topic for the day. TikTok does not pay. Let me tell you again, if you're not listening, TikTok pays garbage. I literally was on TikTok Live for 3 hours. Bitch, you know how much I fucking made for, no, what was it? 2 hours. I was on TikTok Live for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours, 3 hours. I made only about $18 for sitting on TikTok for 2.5 hours. And then I did what the fuck I thought I had to do, you know, in terms of like, yeah, share the live, like the live. And I didn't do it for the money. I did it because it was fun. I thought, why not? And also, you know, with TikTok, you can make a lot of money, and some celebrities do. But if you're not fucking like Beyonce and you're not like persistently on live at least 3 to 5 times a week, you won't be making much money. If you're an influencer that has over 100,000 followers or 1 million followers and you're on live consistently every single fucking day, 4 times a fucking day, I'm talking about eat, sleep, shit, drink live, you're not making anything on TikTok. So a lot of influence. That's another topic for the day. I'm gonna talk about that later. So I think it off, I'm gonna be making a video about that. Yeah. So seeing B2K, Tamar Braxton, what's his name, Jeffree Star on live. I'm like, wait, this is new. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing on here, but this tells me everything I need to know. Even fucking like Steve Wilkos, which is another topic for another day. That's weird. But yeah. So back to the point. No matter how hard I fucking work, I still feel like, damn, I gotta pack all this shit up. Boom, 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 tape it up. And I need to move to Nigeria. I need to move to like here and just see what it's like. And the thing is, people in these other countries aren't doing no better. And I've made videos like this talking about this, and I've said, yeah, I'm gonna go to Nigeria for a little bit, or I'm gonna go to the Philippines. And I've had very liberal ass motherfuckers come in here and be like, don't you go going over there because you're gonna make it expensive for them. Fuck you, bitch. I can go where the fuck I want. And you can save that fucking comment. If I have the means and I have the means to buy a fucking flight, and I want to save, like, let's say $6,000 and go live in Asia for like literally a whole year and just live off that $6,000, it's possible. Like, you could literally save $6,000 to $7,000, even 8,000 or 10,000, and you'll be good for 2 years in somewhere like Vietnam, which is the cheapest country in the world, or the Philippines, or Thailand. You know, if you're not trying to like be bougie and have like a lobby downstairs, and if you want like a simple 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom with you and your kids, or you and your partner, or like a simple studio with just you, it's doable if you can save like $7,000. So I love living in America. I love being in America, but I don't like how when I go places, like I lived in Brazil for a little bit, so that's where I was. So some of y'all are like, well, you didn't leave the country. I did leave the country. So I just came back from Brazil last month. I lived there for 2.5 months because you can stay there for 3 months if you're an American, if you get a visa. Stay there for 2.5 months, almost 3. And bitch, when I tell you, they had shots this big, double shots for 98 cents. I'm like, 98 cents for a shot? Bitch, that's $18 in America. So, as I stated, it can be overwhelming when I see these things. And I'm like, damn, I really got to just leave for a bit. So that's where that came from. And I'm still going to do that. But my goal was to go to Africa. Like, I could mix it up and just go to Brazil because Brazil's in South America and there's no active conflict, right? Even though the world is looking at America kind of sideways, there's some parts of the world you can go where it's chill. But the goal was Africa because I want to go to Africa. Because if I can go to Africa, I can like save and buy land easily and a bunch of other stuff. And then also I want to be close to Europe because if I live in, like, for example, my goal is to be exact, I know Africa's a big ass continent. Like, I keep saying Africa, but I really mean Morocco. Because, listen, some of y'all Africans be doing too much. I'll be like, Africa's a continent. Bitch, obviously, not all of us are ignorant to geography. So, my plan was to go to Morocco or Egypt. And I'm also planning on going to Algeria too. So just to give you guys some context, I'm planning on Algeria. So I'm going to Morocco or Egypt, and I'm gonna like live there for a bit. Maybe I'll live in Algeria because but no, that's that's another topic for today. I'm like working on trying to get there. But anyways, Morocco or Egypt because it's super, super cheap. And then they're also conveniently located in a location where you're close to Europe. So if I ever need to leave Africa really quickly and get a cheap ass flight for like under $100, I can easily do that. So there's cheap ass flights. So for example, this is my best advice for anyone watching this, by the way. So take notes if you want to travel. If you want to go to Africa, go to places like Egypt or Morocco, because those countries are like biggest, most international airports. Egypt and Morocco, those airports are massive as fuck, and it's easy to go there from Europe. So I always tell people, like, if you're trying to go to Africa, fly to Europe first. Turn up in Europe for like 24 hours or a day, and then book a flight to Africa, because sometimes you'll see like little $8 flights, $75 flights, $150 flights to Africa or to Asia or to like certain parts of like Europe. You know what I mean? So you always got to start in Europe because their fuel and federal fees and the expenses, like flights are cheaper if you fly to Europe. Anyways, that's what I was saying. So my goal was if I'm in Egypt or Morocco, which is the two countries I would love to live in because they're super fucking cheap, very conveniently located, it would be good because if I needed to go home really quickly, I could just, boom, take a flight to Europe and then, boom, take a direct flight from Europe all the way to New York City, or from Europe all the way to California, from Europe all the way to Philadelphia, from Europe all the way to Washington, D.C. or Chicago. That's what I can do. So it was Morocco or Egypt. So those are things that I'm actively working on. And plus, there's so many videos on social media where a lot of people are saying, I'm going to Thailand, I'm going here. I want to go to Africa. Like Thailand and all that, those places seem cool and all, but I'd rather just go to Africa because I wanted to go to Africa. That's just what I'd rather do. More convenient for me. And also it's centered. Some certain parts of Africa are centered to where it's easier to get the fuck out and go back to the West if I need to. So I did a lot of talking. So that was the plan. I was gonna find me a nice little apartment, 1-bedroom studio, and I was gonna get me a nice apartment. Because if you go to Egypt or Morocco, well, in Egypt, they have apartments for $150 a month. I can get me a decent apartment, studio in a residential area, not touristy, not glamorous, for $150 a month. That's literally the price that costs us who live in America or the UK or the US to fucking go out for drinks. You're paying $150 just to literally go outside. That's literally outside money. And I'll be paying $150 for the month. Hell yeah. So my strategy was is Airbnb. So I always tell people this. Airbnb is your best friend. Like, I know people love to talk shit about it in New York City about like how it's fucking with the housing. And I know people love to talk shit about it in France and in the UK and Italy, saying it's fucking with the housing market. Airbnb is legit, okay? You don't need approval. You just need the fucking money. If you got the money, you pay it. You're good. You can get insurance. Airbnb got your back if anything bad happens. I like Airbnb. So I use Airbnb very frequently when I go to other countries. And sometimes I'll be looking at some of these apartments that you see. They have all these crazy ass specials where, yes, this is for you if you're listening to this and would ever want to leave. Like, even if you are someone that works, right? Like some of you guys, most of you guys watching this obviously have places and jobs that require you to be physically present. Luckily, I don't have that, but most of you guys do. If you ever want to be at a point where, let's say you're like, I want to go to Jamaica, I want to move to Europe, I want to move to Costa Rica, I want to move here, and see how far my money goes. Most of you guys can literally save $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and you'd probably be good for 2 years in a lot of countries. So let me show you guys an example. I'm going to open you guys my Airbnb app to give you guys an idea. So I'm gonna search. Let's pick a country, right? A cheap country everybody want to go to. You can give me a country. Let's try Cairo, Egypt first, right? Let's say I want to go on March 31st, and then I want to stay for. Okay, let's go to the months tab. So you see, it says 3 months. Let's say I want to do this. 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Look at this. Look at this. Pay attention, okay? 5 months, 6 months, 7 months. Let's say I want to stay somewhere for 10 months, right? Because you might get bored. You might want to go to a different country because traveling out of Europe and traveling throughout Asia, So much cheaper, okay? If you're trying to go from China to Vietnam, that is like $120. Bitch, $120 will get you from fucking one part of your city to like 10 hours away. So I put it for 7 months, right? 7 months. And then let's say I put it's one adult. Let's put two, right? Let's say it's you and your partner, or you and someone you know, you and your kid. Two adults. And then let's say you have a pet, and you want to take your dog with you, right? I'm not gonna do pets because I don't have pets, so I'm gonna just skip that part. Search. So this is Cairo, Egypt, right? And these are just apartments all over the city that are good quality. As you can see, cozy, comfortable bed, very luxury, washer and dryer vibes, nice, decent condo, spacious, clean. It comes with Wi-Fi and everything. It has Wi-Fi, it has this. You can get a lot of this stuff and oh my God, and guess how much this costs? Look at the fucking price. If you wanted to go to Egypt right now and you had $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 saved up, look how much this costs. Look at this shit. $215 a month. $215 a month if your ass wanted to go to Egypt. That's what the fuck I'm talking. So I see stuff like this and I'm just like, bitch, I could pack my shit right now. If YouTube shut down right now and my ass went broke and I have no fucking money, I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go straight to my savings, take out $10,000, live my ass here for as long as possible until I decide to come back to America and maybe go back to working a normal 9 to 5, right? So if YouTube were to shut down tomorrow, look at this. You see this? This is $215 a month in Egypt. Egypt is safe. A lot of people do speak English. Yes, it's congested. There's a lot of people, but Egypt is mostly safe. It's advanced. A lot of people do speak English because, of course, it's the most visited. It's one of the most visited places in the world. Everybody wants to see the pyramids. This is the capital, Cairo, Egypt, where the pyramids are and everything. Nice quality. Good bed, nice TV, smart TV, everything, Netflix. And then it has Wi-Fi, so you don't got to go around paying for internet because it's like somebody's apartment. They literally furnish it like a normal-ass Airbnb. Dinner table, enough space for you and your kids, everything for $250. And I'm seeing this stuff, and I'm like, I still can't believe that. Let's do this. So this is in Giza, right? So this is Giza. Giza's like the big city where all the pyramids are. So this is $800 a month. Look at this. You get this little free little area right there. It's an apartment complex. So you get like a little free little lodging area. So this is more luxury. This is like lodging area, mail room, lobby vibe, gated lobby security, actual organized apartment. This is $800 a month. $800 a month to just do this. And if I wanted to go cheaper, I'd be like, you know what? Let me get a roommate. You know what I mean? Like, let me live with some random fucking stranger who has good reviews on Airbnb. I know some of y'all would never do that, so trust me, I get it. Like, I'm sure most of y'all watch Hostel, so I get it. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm on in terms of like moving. So it's still gonna happen. Like, don't think I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in Cali right now. I'm in LA. This is where I live. But my whole mentality is, even with all the shit going on, I'm still gonna try to go to Africa. It's just if I do it, I'd probably have to take it more seriously and have to be more cautious about the route and where I go and make sure it's a little far from the Middle East because they got a lot of booming, crazy shit going on over there right now, where it's a very awkward time to be an American. I'll tell you that right now. And as I stated, like when I go places, I don't tell people I'm from America. I just tell them I'm from Canada. Someone said, I'm actually thinking of traveling as a CNA. You should do it. Such a good vibe there. Let me see. A roommate choice? No. A roommate. Someone said, I've watched you since middle school. Thank you. I'm 20 now, and I've never seen you without a hat, LOL. You can Google pictures of me without a hat. I have pictures of me without a hat. Just Google it. You'll see them. Someone said, I was in Paris last month. I had an amazing time. I'm happy you had an amazing time because people say Paris is dirty as fuck, but I always meet people who say they had a good experience. So I'm going to get back to the topic real quick. But yeah, Africa. I wouldn't mind going to Asia, like moving to the Philippines, but it will have to be far as fuck from the Middle East. So yes, I am a little bit cautious of traveling because there's so much shit going on in the world. Where I'm just like, oh, like it makes it more difficult, but I would have to be more strategic. I thought about moving to Brazil because I do know a little bit of Portuguese and I've been there many times and I am familiar with the country. I've traveled all around it, not just the basic cities, but I just like the idea of being in Europe because I have more access. If I'm in South America, if I'm staying in Colombia or in Mexico or like, in the Caribbean, I'm limited. Like it's more expensive to travel because you're so isolated. You know what I mean? The Americas are very isolated from the rest of the world. Yes, that's an Airbnb, what I showed y'all. Why are we here? What's the reviews, right? Someone said, what's the reviews? Someone said, careful, we all move somewhere. It's going to be expensive as fuck. It is going to be expensive, yes. So I want to go to Tokyo. Okay, I'll look at Tokyo. This is for me choice. I'm happy you're liking this. Okay, I'm gonna look at Tokyo. So I'm using Airbnb. Let me get back to what I was saying earlier. Airbnb is what I use. So if you want a room, I'm sure most of y'all don't want a roommate. If you're gonna live overseas and you want a cheaper life and you want a luxury life, you're not about to get a roommate. You're not about to go live with some fucking stranger. Oh, look at this. This is a luxury. Let me see this. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys more properties. So this is what I usually do in my free time. So I can look at other places. Let me see. Hold up. I'm trying to find it. Okay. So I'm gonna look at. So this is another apartment. You have a beautiful view of the city of Giza. So this is an apartment that I found on Airbnb. This is in Giza, right? $500. I mean, $800 a month. Is it 800 or 500? It's 828 a month. 828 a month. It's in Giza, which is the big city in Egypt. $800 a month. You have a TV. It comes with Wi-Fi. It comes with air conditioning, and you get a whole kitchen all to yourself at $800 a month. Obviously, you won't find that anywhere in America. Anywhere, unless you live in the fucking middle of nowhere of like Mississippi or some shit. And if you might find $800 in Houston, I'll be honest with you. But if you do find something like that in Houston or like in Austin or Dallas, it's going to be a roommate situation, or it's going to be a situation where you're going to be living somewhere where it's like duplex, you're on top of other people, you don't get all these luxuries of like a secured building and washer and dryer and AC. So the goal has kind of been like this. If shit were to ever like not work out for me long term in terms of like stable, because I'm doing fine. Like I'm not saying I have nothing. Like I'm fine. Trust me, I'm fine. But if I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm overwhelmed with life. I'm overwhelmed with expensive living. Let's save about $8,000 to $10,000 and let's navigate and pull it into here. Again, like I said, I'm still gonna do that. That's still gonna be the plan. But with the things going on in the world right now, I'm kind of staying put because I do have more obligations that are keeping me stuck in America. So when those get cleared up, which will likely be cleared up way before the summer, I will definitely go. And y'all be the first to see a tour of whatever the fuck I live. So someone in the chat also told me to show Japan. So someone here said that they would love to go to Japan, right? Oh my God, I'm not reading y'all comments. I don't expect anyone to kiss my ass, but I've read that many poor people always want to assume that Americans are rich, even us being black. Well, yeah, they do. And the reason it's like that is because in America, we have very high spending power. So the US dollar is insanely fucking powerful. Like, euros are powerful too, but if you're coming with dollars, oh my God. Like, I remember I met this man from Australia, and he was like, oh, you're American? Oh my God. Like, I met him in Spain, and he was like, oh, you're great out here, dude. And you're coming here spending with dollars? Oh, you're great. They really prioritize and really show love to the US dollar. So that's how it is. Like your money goes far as fuck compared to most people. Like your money goes further than people who are from Australia and people who are from Europe. Okay, you said it was you that talked about Japan. Okay, I'm gonna show you Japan. So I go on Airbnb, I type in Japan. I use Airbnb for a lot of stuff. So let's do Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo is the big city, so I don't expect it to be cheap. Let's say you want to stay in Tokyo for 7 months, right? Let's pretend that you have, give me a number, right? 5,000, 4,000, 6,000. So it's not me they love, it's my money. Yeah, that's just how it is. That's just how life is. People only love you for what the fuck you can bring to the table and what value you can add. You'll learn that real fast, especially when you leave the country. You're loved and appreciated for what you add, unless someone takes the time to get to know you, which most people don't care to do that. Getting to know somebody requires too much stimulation, too much work, and too much effort. So Tokyo, Japan, right? Okay, you said 7K. Okay, that's pretty good. A lot of y'all saying 7,000. Okay, let's say you want to go to Tokyo, Japan. Now, y'all know Tokyo is safe. Y'all know y'all not going to have no issues going there. So let's say you want to go to Tokyo, Japan. Let's show you guys this. Airbnb. You have $7,000 saved and you want to go to Tokyo. This is all of Tokyo, right? Let's spread it out. Let's not make you live in the city center. So let's let you live in the metropolitan area. So that way, even if you're not in the city, you're still close. These are your options. 73 properties. Let me see. Oh, let's lower the filter because I'm seeing 2,000. I'm like, oh, hell fucking no. Let's lower the filter. Like, what's your budget? How much you're willing to spend a month for a decent apartment if you're going to go to Tokyo? Okay, you said you have 30K saved up. That's not bad. So let's say $800 a month, $900 a month. What's the budget? Somebody throw me a budget of what you'd be willing to spend if you had to live in Tokyo, Japan, month to month. Like, what would you want for your rent to be? Oh, you would okay? You'd be okay with 2K rent? Damn, girl, you got money. Shit, is your job hiring, bitch? Let me stop. Is your job hiring? I live in Los Angeles, so 2K in Japan will get you far as fuck. I'm gonna tell you that. Okay, 1,500, 1,000, 1,500. Okay, y'all are being fair. Somebody said free. You can get free if you're willing to work at a hostel and get a fucking visa to teach English. If you're willing to work at a hostel, then sure. Okay, so people are saying 1,200, 1,200, 1,500. Okay, I'm gonna adjust it. You're willing to spend 1,200 a month on a decent apartment. Okay, so I'm gonna adjust the filter a little bit, right? So $1,200. Let's put like 1,270. 1,270. And then let's see. Ooh, okay, this is awkward. No exact results. Yikes. Okay, let's not do Japan. Let's do Osaka. Osaka is another big city in Japan. Let's not do Tokyo. Let's not do Tokyo. Let's do Osaka. I'm like, oh shit. Somebody said homeless. Japan said, you're homeless. Okay, Osaka. This is another big city in Japan. So you have mad options. So in Osaka, they have this for $1,200. So this is an apartment in Airbnb for $1,200 in Osaka, Japan. This is Osaka. You can get this for $1,200. Decent apartment, decent size. Oh no, small ass fridge. Oh my god. TV, couch, Airbnb, and it looks very much like a studio apartment vibe. Is that better not be a mattress on the fucking floor? No, that's not a mattress on the floor. So you get a TV, and this is what you get. Okay. Osaka. Okay. Well, you'd be a subway away from Tokyo. So Osaka's a big city. It's touristy, but it's a big city still. So you'd probably have to go for Osaka. Okay, so somebody said too small. Somebody said too small. Someone said their budget's 500. It's decent. Yes, I know my stuff because I have just traveled to a bunch of places. And Airbnb is a good resource because, again, it's a company where you can look at reviews and where you can call somebody, you can call support if things go wrong. So Airbnb does come clutch. Yeah, Tokyo's expensive as hell. The cheapest I saw if you want to stay in Tokyo month to month, the cheapest I saw is if you're willing to spend 1,800, then that's when you'll get something decent in Tokyo. I guess because it's the quality of living. I mean, Tokyo is cheap and affordable for us who are from the West. If you're from like Eastern Europe, or you're from a country where it's not considered a Western country, then it'll be a little bit more expensive. But Tokyo is known for being expensive. Yeah, it's not that cheap. Tokyo is like taking a trip to fucking Louisiana or Alabama, and you're from like Chicago or New York or Miami or LA. Like, of course, Tokyo will be like, okay, that's not that bad. It'll be balanced. I mean, y'all can give me another city. So somebody said Tokyo. Someone said, how far is Osaka from Tokyo? I think it's 2 hours by car, but I believe that it's an hour by train. So if you took a subway, you get there in an hour. Let me see. Osaka, let me maps it real quick. Osaka to Tokyo. So Osaka to Tokyo is approximately, okay, so it's a 3-hour train ride. You take it. You would have to take 2 trains. So it takes 2 trains to get there. But it's a 6-hour drive. So you're 6 hours away from Tokyo. And you'd have to take 2 trains, one of those little comfy trains where you're sitting down. It would take 3 hours because you're on the other side of the country. Someone said, my sister wants to move to the Philippines. Would you recommend? I'd recommend the Philippines. I've never been though, but everyone that I know that has been said that it's really affordable. People are nice, and it's also the most common country in Asia where people speak English. So let's do Manila, Philippines, right? Let's do Philippines. Philippines is cheap as fuck, okay? Like some of y'all might want to do the Philippines, because if you do the Philippines, you'll still be a 1-hour flight from Japan, 1 to 2 hour flight, right? Let's say you want to stay in the Philippines in Asia for 7 months, right? It's you and another adult. You want to stay there for 7 months. Let's say your budget is, somebody said 500. Let's try 500. Let's see what $500 a month can get you in the Philippines. 400 homes, 400 search results for $500 a month. Entire home, all to yourself. No roommates. This is what you can get in the Philippines. And this is the stuff that I do, just to give you guys some context about how I was researching. So this is, let's see, let me find something that looks really upscale. Because of course you want to do something that makes sense, that's upscale, and you get every bang for your buck. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so I found a condo, right? Oh, but it's a studio. It's way too small. Because I know some of y'all had a problem with that being too small. Some of y'all would not want to live in a box if you have fucking kids. I need a fucking 1-bedroom. No studio. We need at least 1 bedroom. Let's adjust the budget to 800. Okay. So if I were in the Philippines and I wanted a 1-bedroom, so this is if you wanted to be within the city center, not too far from the city. This comes out to about, let me look at the price, $662 a month. So let me know your thoughts on this. This is in the Philippines for $662 a month. This is the bedroom. You have obviously central air right there throughout the whole bedroom. There's like a balcony view. So you'll have like a nice balcony view of the city with a decent bed. And then this is a pool, which is nice. I guess you get like a private pool, not private pool. Yeah, private pool. This is outside. So you got a nice living room right outside. I mean, it might be small to some people's standards, but this is the shit that you can get for $600 a month in the Philippines. So I'm saying all this like a lot of y'all about to just pick, I'm gonna go fucking move to Asia or Africa. But this is just me showing you guys an example, right? Because I know some of y'all are just like, I'm not about to go to fucking Asia or Africa. I don't know nobody over there. But this is just to help you kind of understand if you decided, if you're child free, or if you do have a child and you have free time and your child's able to go with you, or you have a partner and y'all are willing to work abroad or live abroad, this is the kind of stuff they have. You get the TV, which is cool. It's a small bedroom, but I guess if it comes with internet and Wi-Fi, that does come in handy because Airbnbs always have all this shit included because it's somebody's apartment. Okay. Decent shower. So that's just a good example. So when I see stuff like that, it just pushes me further and further towards, yeah, I gotta invest and stack somewhere else. I also don't want to buy a house in America. So buying a house in America is done for. Like the idea that I had of like, yeah, buy a house in Texas, buy a house in Georgia, that's done. I'll buy a house in Albania or I'll buy a house somewhere like in Africa where it's super, super affordable for me, where I can get a nice house for 70,000 in somewhere like fucking Egypt, and then it's mine, and then I don't have to worry about the fucking government fucking taking it because I ain't paid the fucking taxes on it because that's the biggest scam ever where you have to pay property tax on some shit that you literally fucking paid off. Somebody said you can afford it if you sell poom poom. That's funny. They'll be using my lines on me. You've been eyeing Scotland or Ireland. For cost of living and quality of life, you're on the right track. Yeah, Paris is dirty as fuck, but it is a great city. Did you see how they treated I Show Speed? Yes, I did see how they treated I Show Speed, and what happened to him was fucking terrible. In Algeria, they don't like being recorded, so I'm not gonna excuse what they did, but yeah, they didn't treat him very nice at the start. Besides that, he did show more of the country that he was in. That's the country where, if y'all don't know, I Show Speed's that streamer where they were throwing shit at him at the stadium because he was recording people and they were just being rude and disrespectful as fuck. I think he was like on a fucking like car, and as he drove by, somebody said, "You effing nigger," which is disrespectful and definitely fucked up and racist and rude. But the whole throwing stuff at the stadium, people were just rude and assholes towards him because he was recording them, and they hate that kind of shit, which is a different story for another day, another topic for another day. But I would still go. I just obviously go without a Western lens. When you go to certain countries, people see the world through an Easternized lens. You have to take off that Western lens. So when you go to a restaurant, sometimes you travel people and they be like, "Damn, like the food's taking so long." Like I just like, oh my god, you should have seen my face in Senegal. Like I'll never forget they had me sitting there for like a whole fucking hour and some change for some fucking food. Things move slowly and move differently in certain countries. Things just move slower. Yeah, Spain's decent too. The Philippines has typhoons. I think it depends on where you are in the Philippines. Someone said, "What's the app called that he's using?" Airbnb. So if you're still on this live stream, I use Airbnb to find my apartments. Same, and Airbnb is also good too if you live in America. So some of you guys might have fucked up credit, right? If you have fucked up credit and you want to move out of your parents' house, there's some decent roommates on here. Like if you don't got money like that, you can find something on Airbnb here if you're looking for a roommate. So let's say you live in a random ass city in Texas. If you're looking to move somewhere and you're okay with a roommate for a little bit, you can go to Airbnb, and sometimes you'll have people that are renting out a bedroom in their apartment. If you're okay with a roommate, you can look at their reviews, you can look at their profile, you can see if they're like legitimate and on some stupid shit. And if you're not interested, you can just simply just move on to the next. But if you feel like you want your own little spot, which if you have the means to do so, Airbnb can be a little more expensive in America because of taxes. But they have some decent deals. So, like, please use Airbnb. You'd be really surprised the kind of stuff that you might find or see. This is just goes for everything. Somebody said do Singapore for 800. Okay, Singapore is pretty. Well, Singapore is not that expensive. If you can handle the U.S., you can handle Singapore. Okay, let's do 7 months in Singapore. You said do Singapore. Let's say if it's just you, let's just do one person. I'm not gonna do two adults. Singapore. And ooh, yikes. Okay, so there's nothing for Singapore for 800, but okay, nothing for 1,000. Let's see what 1,500 can get you. Okay, there's 3 properties for 1,500 in Singapore. Oh wait, I put the wrong fucking country. My bad. Wait, my wrong country. Oh wait, no, I did. Okay. So I found something for Singapore. You let me know what your thoughts are. So this is in Singapore. This is about 1100 actually. My bad. This is 1100. So this is 1160 in Singapore, which is in Asia. It's a big city, very westernized, and very. It's easy for Americans to go. We can easily go without a visa. This is Singapore. 1160 a month. Central Air. They give you a decent bed. It comes with Wi-Fi, and it comes with a TV. You get this nice little, sliced bread that you could sleep on. If you like sleeping on sliced bread, you have one right there. And then there's a nice little computer desk where you can do Skype calls. And this is about 1160, 1160. Decent. Oh my God. Is this a shower? Where do they want you to shower at? They want you to shower in the fucking toilet? Where's the shower at? And then that's the balcony area. Where's the shower? Ooh, okay. That's for okay. So the shower is in the same room as the toilet. So basically, if you want to shower after you're done taking a poo poo, you sit there, and then after that, you got the shower. That's literally because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of Asian and African countries are just built like that, where you got to shower in the same room as the toilet. So if you're okay with showering in the same room with the toilet, some countries in Asia and Africa are able to accommodate you. And I've gone through that before. I'm not gonna lie. Like I lived in Morocco for 2 months. I lived in Senegal for a bit. Well, not a bit. I was there for 2 weeks, but a lot of places, yeah, they have the shower in the toilet, and then they have like a little drain, so all the water goes down the drain. That's like common in Morocco and in places like Egypt. I guess they do that to preserve space and save money. But yeah. Okay, somebody said check Thailand. Check Thailand. Did you hear about Tina's gumbo? Honestly, everybody has their own recipe for gumbo. That's all I'm gonna say. But I will say, yeah, people say gumbo is supposed to be served in the wintertime, which is true, not the spring, and it's too damn hot for gumbo, which makes sense. Tina made a witch's brew. I don't care. Gumbo doesn't take 16 hours to make. It doesn't. Gumbo takes at least 4 hours to make, like at least 3 to 4 hours. It doesn't take that long to make gumbo. Like if she's letting it cook and sit, gumbo spoils really fast in the heat. That's what I will say. That's all I'll say. Like it does spoil fast. So I mean, would I buy that shit? Absolutely the fuck nah. Why the fuck would I buy some shit just because it's fucking Beyonce's mom? I'm not even that much of a fan of Beyonce, but I wouldn't buy it because I mean, first of all, she's charging $25 for it. Why would I pay $25 for a fucking cup of gumbo? Like what? That's expensive as fuck, and they don't even fucking come with no fucking like thick ass king crab legs, bitch. There's no king crab legs in your gumbo, and you're charging 25, but with taxes 27. You're charging $27 for some fucking gumbo and ain't no fucking king crabs in it. Where's the king crabs? Where's the crawfish, bitch? Like that's some shit I would never fucking pay for. Oh, really? You're in an Airbnb in New Jersey. Happy to hear that. Have you thought about Canada? Canada is cheaper than America than the US, but no, fuck no. I thought about it years ago, but I might as well just stay in the States. Anyways, would you ever go to New Zealand? I don't know what the fuck is over in New Zealand. I know they have good healthcare, a good quality of life, but I don't know what the fuck is New Zealand to where I would want to pay for some shit. I don't know if any. I think somebody sent me a super chat. Like I feel bad if I actually skipped it. If someone sent me one, I apologize if I didn't see it. Oh my god! Boom! There you go. See, I knew somebody sent me one, and I just missed it. I missed a lot of these. I was just not paying attention. But thank you for the super chat. If you're still in here, I hope you are still in here. Somebody said, "Why are you terrified to travel?" I talked about this in this live stream, but thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. If you didn't see me acknowledge, I appreciate it. But uh, I'm okay with traveling, but with the state of the world right now, I don't think it's a good idea to go somewhere unless you absolutely have to. And if I'm gonna go somewhere, I need to make sure that I plan to be there for 3 months or more. Because if some shit pop off where I cannot go and I can't leave, I need to be able to say that I'm comfortable. Like I would hate to be stuck in fucking Dubai. Dubai is not expensive for us who are Americans, but it's not cheap. That's what I will say. So because it's not a cheap ass fucking place to go to, I couldn't imagine being stuck there and having to stay my ass there. So that's what I will say. If I'm somewhere, it has to be somewhere that's cheap as fuck. Sorry, I heard something. It has to be somewhere that's super super cheap, so that way I'd be accommodated and fine. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just find somewhere to stay for like a month or 2 weeks, and I'll be okay. And yeah, it's cheaper. So that's kind of my mentality. Someone said I live in my van and I pay for storage. I have saved $20K a year. Oh my god, you are blessed. You save $20,000 the whole year and you live in your van. That's very wise, very smart. You'll be ahead of everybody. Most Americans don't have a disposable savings account for a few months if they have to pay their fucking rent. You're in a very blessed predicament. Someone said, by those who travel, it's best to have transferable skills and your own natural talents. And those who have education, you can use that for your own benefit and business. Yeah, especially if you're overseas. If you have a degree and you live overseas, some of them would love to actually hire you. Like some of y'all could actually like be living in a lot of countries for free, and you can get certified to teach English. And some people would like be happy to fucking pay you or pay for your accommodations if you're willing to like teach English to people or help people practice English. Someone said next time I think I wanted to get on Airbnb. I'm not getting a hotel because hotels are a bit much and I can get a better deal. That's what I love telling people. If you can get an Airbnb, definitely do it because, oh my God, it's been an hour. Shout out to an hour. Shout out to the 1 hour gang. If you're still watching this, I greatly appreciate you. Could you guys do me a favor and please like this live stream? If possible, just leave a like on this live stream and just show support. Just show me that you actually want to see me do more lives. Since it's been an hour so far, make sure you guys comment if you're watching the playback, do more lives. So that way I know to keep coming back. Because I do want to do more live streams and I do want to post more content, more YouTube videos. I just want to make sure that it just, is being well received and people want to see it more consistently. So just leave a like if possible. I would greatly appreciate you. God bless, all that stuff. Assalamu alaikum, whatever you believe in. Just leave a like. That'd be nice. Thank you. Yeah, planning is probably getting crazy for trips. It is getting crazy. So for me, it's kind of like I don't really know if it's smart or a wise decision to do so because I think if I go somewhere and I'm not prepared to be stuck there, I don't need to be going there. If I end up in a country in Africa like Egypt or Morocco, or if I end up in somewhere in Europe and some conflict goes on and they shut down the airways, which is what they did, hence why over 20,000 people got stuck all over the world. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm like, damn, I do not want to be stuck here. Or like, let's say I can't even leave the fucking country because they're just like, sorry, like we're not letting anybody leave. Just find a hotel or find somewhere to stay. And then guess what? What happens if the airline reimburses me and puts me somewhere for a week? But then I have nowhere else to fucking go after a week because they're like, sorry, we're only going to pay for a week. After that, you got to figure yourself out. You know what I mean? There's people who are just now getting home a couple of days ago. Like a few people, March 16th was like when people just got home. Some people are just now getting home and they've literally been gone and out of their fucking home for like a month. They haven't been able to go home for 3 weeks because there's shit going on. Look at the airports. Do y'all see those lines and anxiety? Absolutely. Airports are hectic right now because also in America, we're going through a TSA strike where a lot of people are striking because they're tired of having to do all this fucking work and they're not being compensated for their fucking time. And who wants to work for free? Definitely not me. So a lot of people are not coming to work. A lot of people are not showing up. A lot of people are backed by, the government if they work at the airport. But if they're backed by the government, they take their days off. They don't come to work or they just refuse to show up because technically their salary. So many of them can still many of them can still get their payments if they show up. But if they're not being compensated for their time, they just won't go. So sometimes airports are heavily understaffed. Hell, everything's understaffed. You know what I mean? Like even the post office. You go to the fucking post office, lines are long as a bitch, and they're paid very well because the post office, they make a lot of fucking money, but they're so understaffed. And I'll just be like, y'all are understaffed, but y'all barely fucking hire people. People are still struggling to fucking find decent employment. Like there's a lot of people that would love to get into the fucking post office industry. Someone said, yes, please post lives. If you posted them daily, oh my God, that'd be a vibe. It's like having a conversation with a friend. I don't have friends choice. It's okay. A lot of us don't have friends. And one day you'll build some amazing relationships, unless you just don't care to and you're fine with your dog and your bed and your cat and your fucking mom. But I appreciate you. I will do more lives. I'll be more consistent with lives. Just show me that you appreciate it by just leaving a like. If I can get more likes, like if I can get like 500 to 1,000 likes on this live before I get off, that would show me to be more consistent with the lives. Even a comment. If you don't want to leave a like, a comment is fine. Dragging me, calling me out, giving me your opinion about something, that'd be nice. Anything is nice. So somebody said, there are beautiful lands throughout the United States outside of what is mainstream knowledge. There is a lot of beautiful shit. Yeah, I would say that. Someone said people are tapping into engagement and creativity and they want to learn. Remember, Americans are entertainers to the world and we all have skills and talents and learn trade. Yes, learning trade will get you far. Oh my God, there's almost 600 people in here. So where is the fucking likes? Can we get some more likes? We're at 262 likes. Can everyone watching this please just thumbs it up? And I appreciate anyone that's watching this background noise. I know some of y'all are probably like on a road trip. Some of y'all probably got no power right now. Some of y'all are probably bored, depressed, going through stuff in life. So I appreciate people who are still watching, even if it's just background noise. I know some of y'all will watch my lives and some of y'all will scroll through your phones and do your own thing. And I appreciate it as well. Streaming and being a content creator is a blessing and definitely dethroning television, because the way some of y'all just be like having lives and videos open, that's how I used to just have the TV on when I was a kid. And now TV is just non-existent anymore because people don't even want to fucking watch that shit anymore because there's nothing to watch unless it's a scheduled program, which is another topic for another day that I'm going to film after I get off here. But yes, if you're still watching, please leave a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate that. Oh my God, we're at 300 likes. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, that's crazy. Yes, please leave a like. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone. Let me see. Let me get back to the point because I feel like I kind of got sidetracked a little bit. Yes, leave a like, please. Please leave a like. I would greatly appreciate if you did. Someone said, I wish I could travel for a month at a time, but I got a government job here in New York City. Oh my God. Are y'all niggas hiring? Are y'all niggas hiring? Anyone here that lives in New York or anywhere in the world, if you can offer somebody a referral in here, give them a fucking referral. Like if anyone here is looking for employment, just say I'm looking for employment and then put the city or state that you live in, and then maybe someone in here can give you a referral or something. Y'all got great jobs. I love that for y'all. I wish I could travel for months at a time, but I got a government job here in New York City, and the most I can stay out is 3 weeks every 3 months, and that's including my vacation time. That's a long ass fucking time if you really think about it and you plan it properly. But at the same time, I see what you mean. Where 3 weeks is good and all, but then if you're putting your heart and soul into a job, why 3 weeks? Why don't they give you like 60 days? You know what I mean? So still use those 3 weeks and go somewhere. You might have a really fucking great time. Go somewhere nearby, so that way you can enjoy every second of it. So that way, the moment you get off that flight, you're turned up and enjoying shit. So you said you live in New York, baby, go to Mexico or something. Y'all, we're pretty close to Mexico, or go to fucking. You guys are pretty close to Japan. Like you guys can get direct flights to Japan. Go there for a little bit. Spend 2-3 weeks there. Life goes by really fucking smoothly in Japan. So I think you'd have a good time there. But I understand. You said you want more time. But maybe when your seniority goes up, you could probably get more time. What's wrong with the job market? Why are they hiring but not accepting anyone? Saturation, competition, depending on the city or state you live in, things get a little bit hectic. If you want a job, you just gotta mass apply like crazy. That's all I gotta say. If you live in a big city, my best advice from when I was helping my friend get a job, because I had a friend I was helping her get a job, I've helped like 3 people get job interviews from just mass applying. I'm really good at applications. Of course, use AI and ChatGPT to fix your resume. Like copy and paste the requirements and qualifications into the ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, this is the requirements and qualifications, and then attach like it's a PDF your resume and be like, hey, make my resume perfect for this job. Or matter of fact, ChatGPT actually have this experience and that experience. Like tailor it to that. Like add this, add that. It'll do it for you, and then you submit your resume. They've been using ATS and AI to like weed people out since 2015. That's been a thing for a long time. It's now more normalized than ever. So you need to just tailor your resume better. And if you don't tailor your resume better, mass apply. Every morning when it hits like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., refresh, like literally type, go on Indeed. If you can't go on Indeed and don't want to go there, just type jobs. And let's say the city you live in is Philadelphia. Type jobs, Philadelphia, and then just let all the jobs on, like Google will literally research and paste together on a billboard or a bulletin all the jobs that are in your city and just apply there. Apply on the company website though. Don't be applying to all these random sites. Apply on the company website if possible. If you see Wendy's is hiring in Philadelphia, go on the Wendy's website. Don't do it on a third party site. They're never gonna see your shit that way. They might, but they likely won't. Go to Wendy's website. That's what you need to do to make things better for yourself. And apply like crazy. Like jobs are posted every single day in America. If you live in America or even in the UK or the US or France, jobs are posted every single fucking day. But the morning time is the best. Apply like crazy. Apply on the weekend. So that way when Monday morning comes, HR looks at their email and they see your application at the top. So just apply. Do what most people won't do, which is apply like crazy. And then early in the morning, that's key. Like that's when jobs are posted. Like sometimes people will post jobs for a little bit, and the minute they see they got like 25, 30 applicants, they just immediately put it on private. So early in the morning, as soon as you wake up, brush your teeth, shower, do what you got to do. Instead of scrolling through TikTok or Instagram or social media or YouTube, apply. Jobs, like that's what people don't know. Like you got to be early as fuck to the party in order to win. Early bird gets the worm. Oh my God, someone left me a super chat. I forgot to read it. Thanks for the super chat. I just realized this. Thanks for the $1.99. So Sagan said, would you recommend traveling to Eritrea? That's like the North Korea of Africa, low key. Not really, but then kinda. They don't fucking let anybody come into their shit unless you have family there or you have business there. So I would love to go to Eritrea, and I think you should, because I have a friend that's from Eritrea, and she tells me how amazing it is, how good the food is, how sweet people are. But it's a conservative country, and they're very picky about who they let in. I would love to go to Eritrea, though, but they're very picky. So you would have to go through a visa process. Then you'd have to, like, on top of going through a visa process, you'd have to do other shit where you'd have to, like, do an interview and explain shit, like, why you're there, a bunch of shit. Hey, Mandy. So you said you're in Los Angeles and you're seeking a job. I actually live in Los Angeles. I could probably help you get a job, Mandy, if you live in Los Angeles, but it depends on what you're willing to do. So I have a friend that owns a restaurant. So are you willing to work in the restaurant industry? She's always looking for servers. One of my friends owns a restaurant called Stevie's Creole Cafe. It's like a New Orleans style restaurant where they serve like really fancy Southern New Orleans style food. And it's fucking, oh my God, the line is long as fuck. There's always people in there. Like sometimes I can never get a fucking seat because there's so many people in there. She's always looking for servers and she owns a restaurant. Her and her sister, they own it with their dad. So if you want to do serving, I can get you a job there. I could just text her if you're serious. So in order to get in contact with me, you'd have to email me or you would have to send me an Instagram DM if you're in Los Angeles looking for a job. I think she starts people off at maybe 18 an hour. And then I'm not sure, that's just what I think. And then maybe you can get tips as well because she's always looking for people to serve. They always need fucking people. So there's that. I have another friend that owns a caregiving agency. So if you're looking to take care of the elderly and old people, like older veterans who are like in the military and they have like dementia and don't have no memory, and you're okay with like wiping older people's asses and just making sure they take a bath and bathing older people. If you're willing to do stuff like that, I know she starts at 20 an hour. I can get you a job in that. So if you live in Los Angeles and you need a job as a caregiver and you're willing to take care of old people, because that's what she has a lot of, she has like over 600 employees. Like my friend is always fucking hiring and she pays 20 an hour. I can get you a job there as a caregiver. I think she has other positions too, like admin positions. I think she has positions in like accounting and marketing and other shit. But I don't know if she'll hire someone that I just said, oh yeah, they cool. Especially if I'll tell her like, oh yeah, like I'm cool with her. Like, I know her, she chill. Send me your resume if you're legit, if you have an actual decent resume, or if you're willing to tailor your resume to a job in that niche, I can just take a quick little text and phone call and be like, hey, like I know a girl named Mandy. She's looking for work. Here's her resume. Can you set up an interview with her? Because my friend don't do interviews. She has like my friend has a big company. She has people that do that shit for her. So I could ask her, and if she's interested and needs help still, what she usually does, you could probably get a job like within the following week if you're okay with that. I'm being very clear and I'm repeating myself, but I gotta say that because sometimes I'll tell people, oh, I know people that own companies and this, that, and third. And the minute I tell them the job, they'd be like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. So just making that clear. I live in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, looking for this. Yeah, if you listen, if you have a good job, anyone reading this chat, if you see someone comment your state, just help them out if you can. Just like message them, exchange social medias, exchange emails, and just go from there and just forward your resume. Why would anyone be looking to move to LA right now when everything is so expensive? Actors, baby. Actors and entertainers are trying to get to where they want to get. They trying to like build their brands. Like people don't care if the world is in shambles. People want to chase their dream. They don't want to work at a job or work a lifestyle that they hate. A lot of people who move to Los Angeles as of now, they're either nursing in the medical field or they're entertainers or entrepreneurs in the tech world, but mostly entertainers. Everybody want to be an entertainer. Everybody want to be a singer, songwriter, comedian, and people have had dreams of moving to LA. And if not now, then when? The world is ending, baby. You gotta do what you gotta do. I don't recommend anyone moving to LA though, because now we have the internet where you can network easily and you can always take a flight to LA if necessary. But if you want to do it, you got a plan and you got a little bit of bread saved up, I say fuck it, just give it a shot. Where would you travel on a budget for a honeymoon to Europe? That's a good question. I love Portugal. It's beautiful as fuck, very underrated, and it's very cheap. So I would recommend Portugal. You can go to Porto. Porto, Portugal is beautiful as fuck. It's like a beautiful fucking Portuguese town. It's a big city. You can go there. Lisbon is the capital. Well, Porto, you can go to Lisbon first, turn up there, and then take a train, a nice little comfy train on a nice little comfy seat, all the way to Porto. So Portugal. Portugal is very cheap. If you want to go different and you want to be real, real different, and you want to go to somewhere where it's less congested but super beautiful and super cheap, you can try Albania. Albania, or you can try Poland, where it's cheaper. Yeah, you live in New York City, you've been looking for a solid job. Listen, anyone watching this, if you see somebody comment your state, help them out. Give them your social media or give them your email. Help people out. If you have pull, if you have the room to do so. Can you give tips on moving to another state? Have at least $5,000 saved and be willing to get a roommate unless you really are willing to save 10,000. If you don't have 10,000, get a roommate. That's my best bet. Be willing to literally sell all your stuff and give all your stuff up because it's too expensive to like literally bring your bed and bring your luggage. Like you could literally put in that towards buying hand-me-downs or cheap stuff at a swap meet or a Chinese market, and you can do that. So be ready to give up all your stuff. Like when I moved to LA, I gave up everything. I was like, I'm starting fresh. And I was able to get some decent stuff. I spent a lot of money furnishing my spot, but I was able to get some decent cheap stuff on Amazon. And it worked out. I was able to get a decent bed on IKEA. The whole bed set was like $300. I mean, it's the most basic bitch bed ever, but it works. Let me see. I'm 6. Can you guys like the live, please? I'd appreciate you guys like the live and showing you guys want me to do more live. So please like the live. Let's get to 500. In the US, they barely want to give pot. Other countries are better for that. Yeah, true. Choice, you should buy land in the US or anywhere and get a few. Oh, a container home, like tiny home, they deliver them to you and build them prior delivery. That's not a bad idea. Buy land and get a tiny home. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Someone said, is this restaurant in downtown LA? I feel like I've been there. Are you talking about Fixins? Fixins is not what I'm talking about. And the restaurant I'm talking about is actually in Pico Boulevard. It's in mid city, so not too far from downtown, but it's in mid city. Just look up Stevie's Creole Cafe. It's my favorite restaurant in LA. If you live in LA or ever come to LA, that's a restaurant where you'll always catch me. I'm always there. Stevie's Creole Cafe. Like I'm friends with I'm cool with the owners. I'm cool with the people who are always there. The managers and the owners, they're the owners. So like I'm always in that bitch. Always. I'm always in the corner getting my seafood pasta. That's my favorite restaurant in LA. If you ever want to catch me, you can catch me there. Stevie's, Stevies, Creole Cafe. It's a New Orleans style restaurant, and the food is spectacular. The food is miraculous. Someone said we made the right people famous. Oh, thank you. Oh, we made the right person famous. Are you talking about me or somebody else? If you're talking about me, thank you. Yeah, of course. Everyone, I think most people have seen that Sheriff Seven's husband passed away. Wait, I'm sorry. Pause. Let's read this really quickly. So this person just says, so my manager told me last week he had to participate in a job fair. I said, oh, I didn't know we were hiring. He said, well, we're really not, but the company says we have to hire 17 people. I mean, as long as they're hiring for real and they actually give people jobs, I don't fucking blame them. Like hiring mad people would be really nice. So let's see. Somebody said, I'd love to go to New Orleans to try the gumbo. Um, Let me see. All right, just promoting my life. To try the gumbo. Let me see. Sorry, just promoting my life. Just promoting my life. Anyways, why would being black in LA be weird or dangerous? Y'all listen to TikTok too much. People are obsessed with the internet, I guess. Sorry, just promoting it. Yikes. Okay, my laptop is gonna die. I'm at 10%. Someone says, so for example, if your rent, my so for example, if your rent, mine's is like 800. My personal bank account never has more than $1,000 at a time in it, which leaves wiggle room for other bills or subscriptions. Everything else, silver or gold. Interesting. LOL. Of course, I'm talking about you, Choice. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Gabriella. Choice, do you like Pink Panther's music? Yes, I do. She's okay. She cool. I like her. I have some of her songs on my phone. I would still maintain my New York City apartment rent. I just want to travel abroad and explore. Okay, I would say that you should. I think you should, even if you don't have money saved up or don't have a savings, and you have like a decent amount of money in your checking account, and you have good money to where you can do that. Do it. Go explore. You live in New York City, but like you live in a if you live in a big city, y'all should be catching a flight at least once a year. You live in a big city where opportunities to travel for cheap are so bliss. Like if you live in a big city, that means you have multiple airlines, which means there's good flights and good deals. So use Google Flights. That's my other thing that I always tell people is to use Google Flights. So I use Google Flights. Let me show you guys this. I talked about this on my live, but use Google Flights. Very underrated. It's basically like Google does all the research for you. So if you're looking, for example, for like a flight, let's say you live in Philly, right? If you live in Philadelphia, let's put this. Let's say you live in Philadelphia. Let's put Philly right here, right? Philly, and let's say you want to go. Let's put anywhere, because that's the thing about Google Flights. You can literally say, "I want to go anywhere." You can literally do that. That's how Google Flights is, and then you can let it pick for you. So let's say you want to do a round trip, right? And then just click search. It'll literally show you flights all over the world, all over America, all over overseas. I didn't put particular dates. So if you want to see like affordable dates, let's say you want to leave town. Let's put it this way. Let's see. Look at this. Look at this. You can go to Italy for a week round trip for $800. Italy isn't that expensive. Let's put it this way: Italy is cheaper than America. So if you can handle living in America without fucking blowing your fucking brains out, then you can handle Italy. So you can get a flight to Italy for $800. So right here, as you can see, Rome. You can go to Rome for $800, and then you can stay in a hostel. So if you want to save money on like hotels and don't want to spend too much on a hotel, $800 round trip for a week in Italy. You kidding me? If you live in a big city, you should be taking advantage of the fact that you live in a big city because you have access to so many airlines, which means so many affordable opportunities for a flight. So you living in New York City, you don't have an excuse. You better figure out a way to explore. Did you hear Spain is level 2? Exercise, increase caution, be careful, guys. Spain is the most chillest place ever. If Spain is level 2, then America must be level 35 because Spain is beautiful as fuck and mad chill. Healthcare is good, food is good, people are chill, and it's mad diverse. Spain is more mixed and diverse than you would think. Most of the big cities. If you have a manager over 50, they're always miserable and grumpy and hate young people. Jealousy, probably. Trish, you were so darling. Thank you. Some of us know you're a foodie. If y'all in LA, go get a job, even to go get on your feet. He gave you a lead. Exactly. Just email me if you live in LA and want work, like I said. And if you aren't serious, do not fucking message me. Don't. Okay, I'm not fucking playing. Don't message me and be like, oh well, I'm not sure, or like I think I'll. Don't fucking waste my time because then I will literally not respond. I will leave you on scene, or I probably won't be very nice. Okay, only because I'm like, look, if you're serious and you're, because it's like, if it's one thing if you're telling me you're not sure or you have more questions, I'll happily answer. But if you have me call my fucking person that I know and you on some weird shit, I will literally not be very open and nice. I'll be like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to respond. But if you have questions, that's fine. So if you have more questions and need more details, you can just ask me. Let's see. One thing I resonate with what you said, Choice, is people being obsessed with Americans out the country. They always talking about Trump in America. Like, shut the fuck up. It really be jealousy. Yeah, a lot of times it do be jealousy. They're just obsessed with the shit going on in Trump. Because don't nobody give a fuck what's going on in fucking Scotland or Sweden or fucking Romania. Like, nobody cares. There's shit going on there, but nobody fucking cares. America's just the easy target to, like, shit on and talk about. So yeah, people are obsessed with Americans even when you go there. Like when you talk about that you're American, they're like, oh, Domino's Pizza, Papa John's, KFC, Burger King, Trump. Like people are obsessed with Americans. And sometimes it can get annoying as fuck. Like it's admirable that people respect us because of like the hustle, the work ethic, and the lifestyle. But people have a weird obsession sometimes to where like they kind of like try to blame you for the shit that's going on in your own country. Like you have the power to make it stop. You're wrong as hell for being late. But you're here, and we all here happily ever after. Troy, is it true that some YouTubers have managers? I didn't know YouTubers have management teams, LOL. Yeah, they do. If you're a YouTuber, you don't really need a manager because if you're someone that built your channel on your own, why the fuck would you need someone to like manage you and shit like that? But yeah, sometimes when you're a YouTuber, brands will reach out and they'll be like, we'll manage your YouTube channel for you. We'll like manage if anybody tries to repost your content, which you don't need because YouTube has a system and a software in place where if somebody tries to literally rip off your video, you literally can just report it. You can just get the link to the video, tell YouTube this is the link, they use my shit, they literally reposted it, didn't have commentary, no, they just literally reposted it and just stole my shit. YouTube can like flag it and take it down. Some people have tried to like abuse the system though, which is another story in itself. People have tried to flag me for like inserting clips from their fucking shit, which they can't because fair use. I'm a commentator. I can legally talk about anything I want as long as I'm giving commentary and I'm fair. Even if I'm biased, I can still fucking talk about it. But anyways, yeah, YouTubers have managers that handle stuff like that. And then some people have managers to handle like accounting and like taxes because YouTubers, yes, we do pay taxes. And then also some people have managers for brand deals. So if someone needs a brand deal, Like a lot of these YouTubers who get brand deals of like Best Fiends and Buick or Toyota or Carl's Jr. or McDonald's, a lot of them have management teams that bring them that stuff. So sometimes there's brand deals that a lot of content creators could get, but you don't get it because they don't consider you, because it's a lot of other influencers that have managements that are submitting them. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you need management to submit you and get you with stuff. Have you watched A Secret Life of Mormon Wives and the whole drama going on there? Is that a reality TV show? I've never seen that shit. Mormon Wives sounds interesting. I could really see you in some very nice places doing your content as life is fast by behind you. Yes, I could see it too, Bianca. Just going somewhere different in you and just like blowing off steam. Because I have like my laptop and my phone and my camera and my microphone, I could just take all this stuff with me. I don't really have to be in a place like Los Angeles, California, but it is my home base. It's where opportunities are. It's home, you know what I mean? But I just feel like since life is going by so fast and I'm tired of that whole check to check, hustling constantly, hustle culture, hustle, 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 gotta pay this, gotta pay taxes, gotta pay this, gotta pay that. I think moving somewhere else would probably help me be better at saving and budgeting and be able to enjoy my money and my life a lot more. That's how I see it. Someone said I just got back home from Germany and France. That's fucking incredible. I heard Germans are rude as fuck, and I heard the French are rude as fuck. Mostly Paris. What did you think about it? Sugar 08, 008. Tell me what you thought about Germany or France. Was it worth it? Very off topic, but opinions on Lotto announcing a pregnancy by 21 Savage. She should have just kept it to herself. The internet is a very cruel place. New York is up too. I feel like traveling from New York City would be expensive. Not really. People think traveling out of New York is expensive. It's not. You live in the biggest city in the fucking world. It's literally the number one biggest city in America. It's like the fucking 10th biggest city in the world. You can literally travel out of New York for mad cheap because there's so many airlines. Like the bigger your city is, the more people are flying in and out, which means the more airlines are investing there, and more airlines are investing in hubs there, which means cheaper flights because they're all competing. So flying out of New York, if you live in New York, if you live in Philly, if you live in Washington, D.C., if you live in Los Angeles, if you live in Chicago, if you live in Dallas, if you live in a place like Houston, if you live in a place like, I don't fucking know, Sao Paulo, Brazil, if you live in any big city, there are going to be cheap flights. If you live in Miami, Florida, even, cheap flights. Hell, if you even live in a place like fucking Austin, sure, maybe. New Orleans, kind of, sure, maybe. But any big city, there will be a lot of airlines. Look at flights. Look at Google Flights. You'll find flights all over the fucking world. That's a website I told you about. Don't let that shit fly over your head. Write that down. Google Flights. You'll see flights all over the world for cheap, leaving out of your city. Growing up, I wish I knew about that because then I would have probably built my life more around traveling and going places. I wouldn't have probably attached myself to America so much. I probably would have done more traveling. I just have never looked. I never thought it'd be fucking possible. But go on Google Flights. You'll see flights all over the world. Like I can go to fucking Portugal right now. I can go to Europe right now, one way for $320, just because I live in Los Angeles, California. And then I can stay in a hostel. I love staying in hostels. Hostels are cool. They're real community. Hostels are like, they're like college dorms. Some of them have like private rooms where you have a room all to yourself, but most of them you have to share a bathroom. It's like literally like in college. Like you get your own bedroom. Sometimes it's one room with a bunch of bunk beds in it, and then there's like a bathroom down the hall that you got to use. There's like a common area. There's a bar downstairs. There's a restaurant downstairs. That's how hostels are. And some of them are really, really nice. Like in Europe, they got some amazing hostels. In America, we have some hostels too if you're in a big city, but hostels are cool. I like hostels. They're cool. You get to meet new people. And sometimes it can be a little bit awkward because sometimes you're on a bunk bed. Like 1 minute you could be on the top bunk and there's somebody under you in the bottom bunk. And it could be some fucking weird, creepy guy fucking jerking off or some shit. Or it could be some stank ass bitch who didn't wash her poom poom. And she could be like fucking sleeping in the nude. And you smell her literally like, right. Let me not shit on hostels. Hostels are great. You meet some really awesome people there. I've met awesome people at hostels. People from all over the world, like tech people, people who are college students, people who are networking, people who are in the city for vacation, people who are tourists, all over the world. I was literally just thinking of a hostel when I was in San Francisco. When I was in San Francisco, I was staying in a hostel, and there were some really cool people there. People from all over the world were visiting. So hostels are cool. You need my opinion on the Mormons, Secret Life of Mormons? I need to watch that show because I've never heard of it. I never heard of that shit. Oh wow. What what Boog's girl is saying is so real about the 17 employees. Let me see. We're not on lockdown at all. Someone said, "Yo, why is YouTube playing ads in the live?" I kind of have a setting on live where it says like moderate ads, balanced ads, aggressive ads. I just randomly click aggressive ads, and now it's like ad back to back to back to back to back. Like I could literally be saying Taco Bell, McDonald's, Taco Bell, McDonald's, AI, Elon Musk, Tesla, 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 and then those fucking ads will just pop up. And I know sometimes it can get annoying, so I'm gonna try to get those ads under control and just chill for a bit because I can't control when the ads pop up sometimes. Sometimes when I just put ads, it literally just will scatter ads any and every fucking where. You said Domino's and Papa John's having me screaming. It's true. Like sometimes when people meet you and you're an American, they're like, okay, so you're gonna go eat at Burger King or McDonald's or Papa John's. Like that's happened to me before. Where like I was trying to like go to a restaurant and some Moroccan guy was talking to me, being really nice. And I told him, "Oh, sorry, I'm gonna go to a restaurant real quick." He's like, "What restaurant? Like Burger King?" What? He literally said that. He's like, "What restaurant do you go to? Burger King?" Bitch, I don't even eat Burger King in the fucking States. But yeah, he said that to me. And that's just what they think. They just think of fast food when they think of America. And they think of money, rich, billion-dollar corporations, and Trump. So true. I'm on vacation. I really don't want to talk about politics right now. That's why we leave the country. We don't want to fucking deal with our country. I want to know about your country. Don't talk about politics with me, bitch. I don't care. I don't care. And that's what it is when you're an American traveling to a foreign country. And hope you enjoy your vacation, Mars. In New York City, the minimum wage is going up to 30 in 2027. Are you fucking kidding me? $30 in 2027? I mean, that's a good money, but you already know New York is about to be unlivable as fuck after that. I kind of want to watch that. Seems like reality TV done right again. Love this page. Love you too, Bianca. Thank you for coming to this live. Someone said Mormon wives. I look at a YouTube content person who left that lifestyle. And she tells all their life. They are crazy. Mormons are crazy. Someone said I'm in Panama right now. I have been for almost 6 months. I'm ready to get back to hot showers in the USA. Yeah, sometimes when you go to countries, you'll realize hot water. So that's a common thing, right? People don't know this. Hot water isn't always common. Hot water is considered a luxury because you need a water heater for a lot of countries for you to get hot water. In America, hot water is normal. Like if a landlord don't provide hot water, most likely they shouldn't even be renting it. Most people like that's like fucking illegal most times, or not even right if you don't have hot water in your apartment in America. In some countries, hot water is something you usually have to pay extra for on your own dime. Like you have to literally add hot water on. So sometimes that does happen. Or sometimes if you don't pay your gas bill, then your hot water turns off in America. Somebody said I did that over 10 years ago. Never again will I be wiping someone's ass. I had a patient with a big ass and she was huge. She kept saying you got to get deep in there while bathing with short gloves. She's referring to when I said that I have a friend that owns a caregiving agency where if you want a job as a caregiver, my friend pays 20 an hour. And if y'all are living in LA and want a job, you can email me or DM me on Instagram or tweet me. If I don't see it, you could tweet. I'm always on Twitter. You could tweet me. Don't message me on Twitter because I don't allow people to message me. But you could tweet me and at me on Twitter, and then more than likely I'll see it because no one ever tweets me. So I always see those. And I can get my friend to get you a job as a caregiver, but you got to be willing to wipe and deal with elderly people because sometimes there might be an old ass bitch who's over 300 pounds and she might be in her 80s and she might, well, not 80s, maybe her 60s. The odds of somebody being that big in their age is rare, but you might have to wipe a bitch who's in her 50s and she might have a mental health disorder. She might have dementia. She might think that she's literally at war in Vietnam. And you might have to bathe her and wipe her ass and wipe her pom pom and like wipe under her breast and take her a bath. And those are things that you might have to do if you work as a caregiver. My friend pays 20 an hour though, and she has over 600 employees, and she's a legitimate company. So if you need a job in that field, I can help you out. I just did South Korea for a little bit. Makes you realize that you can live off less money in different places. 100%. If you're making at least 600 a month, you can very much live very comfortably in a place like South Korea. In America, making 600 a month is nothing. That's nothing. That gets you fucking nowhere. When are you going to get another king crab? Shit, when the price of king crab go down, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do that soon. I was thinking of eating something different. I thought about buying another alligator. If not another alligator, maybe like something different. Like I don't know, maybe like a raccoon or something, or maybe like an ostrich, or maybe like something nice and cool and subtle, like a rabbit. Because I know they sell rabbits, and rabbit meat is really good. I want to try something different. I want to cook some more exotic food. Lisbon is nice. It is very cheap too. I didn't even see your comment, Sugar. I think you answered it how Germany or France was. I didn't get to see your comment about what you thought about Germany or France. Your anesthesiologist assistant, you said they make more than doctors with half of the schooling. I have a friend who's making $250 a K at 24 years old and just finished AA school. Wow. You do half of schooling as an anesthesiologist assistant? That's fucking incredible. Someone said, I got to start the live from the beginning. I missed the rant. You did miss the rant. We talked about a lot of stuff, but we had a great conversation. And of course, everyone watching the playback and that's still here, I appreciate you. But in the meantime, could you guys please like the live? I would greatly appreciate if y'all like the live. Show me that you want more lives and like the live, please. How many likes do I have now? We have 329 likes. Can we get more fucking people liking the live, please? 329 likes is cool, but I think we can get to 500, especially if there's 500 people in this bitch. Let's see. Is South Korea affordable? Way affordable than the States. Okay, someone said, hey, Choice, your personal opinions are fun even when you're annoying, but it's nice to hear people say shit with their chest that isn't like harmful. You have real opinions. Thank you. I appreciate that. And they're shaped from my life experiences and my perspective on life. So I appreciate people who still like my popular opinions. I did lose more subscribers because of my comments about religion and a bunch of other shit. But I appreciate people who still watch my popular opinions and enjoy them. Hell, I might just do a fucking another one because why not? But I appreciate people who like my popular opinions. I thought about doing I thought about doing like 10 really really tough ones on my second channel. So that would probably be really good because my second channel I've been really going hard with that. So my second channel I've been going really really hard with that, which I would really appreciate if y'all also subscribe to my second channel as well. My second channel is Destined Choice, so like the first part of my name and the last part of my name. So please subscribe to my second channel. I literally just posted a video about the Beyonce situation and her nephew, which if y'all didn't know, people called them out for scamming. So if you want to watch that, please subscribe to my second channel. It's Destin Choice, DESTIN Choice, TRYCE. So please subscribe to that and watch my new video that I posted. A lot of people have been watching it and showing it love. So if you can, could you please like watch it, show love, leave a comment if you can. Tell me if you watch this video, if you watch another video, just comment like I'm here from your live, here from your live, here from your live. Just show love because I people really like this video. Like I got a lot of love on it. So please definitely just watch it and just give me your thoughts and perspective. I'd love to see what you guys think on my second channel because my second channel has so many videos. Like I talked about some crazy ass shit never before seen content. So please go over to my second channel, go subscribe, go support it, like go show love to it. If you're here right now and you haven't, go to my second channel and subscribe, please and thank you. Stay safe and hydrate. I hope you're not that stressed though. Yeah, I'm not that stressed. I just know that I gotta be more smart and more intentional when traveling because if I don't have to travel, I just don't know if it's a wise decision to travel because you really just never know. Anywho, just checking my messages. Oh, you're not on vacation. Okay. You're responding to somebody else. Twitch is the only YouTuber to ever make me want to pay for no ads. That's funny. But leave a like. I want to learn other people. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Okay, I just had to get on my phone Oh wow. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Oh fuck. Okay. So I have to actually get off a live because my fucking computer died, and of course 100 people left because I was on live for like a good. How long was I gone? Can y'all tell me this? Like, how long was I gone? How long was I gone? Can tell me like how long has it been? Because I was just running around trying to find a charger really quickly to like charge my laptop. So how long was I gone? Someone said, let's see. Anyways, why I didn't wash her poom poom? That's crazy. That's crazy. Hold on. Someone said buy a real charger. Three. It was only 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Okay, that's good to know. But in the meantime, since it's been a while and I've been on live already for like literally almost 2 hours, I'm gonna get off of here at this point now and call it a night. I was only gone for 5 minutes. Thank fucking God. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Please be sure to leave a like on this live. Check out my second channel if possible. Thank everyone that took time out of their day to actually watch the stream. I appreciate y'all so much. That's like crazy because I'm not really much of a watch or stream kind of person, depending on the person, and I have to really focus on to watch their stream. And if you fuck with me enough to watch my stream and show me love on my stream, I appreciate you. Thank you a bunch. I'm gonna go get some content done and get shit done. But yes, all love. Thanks guys for supporting, watching my lives, the whole 9 yards, and y'all be safe. Do you have your Haitian passport? Not yet. I just realized I don't even really fucking need it anymore because I don't even know if I even want. Anyway, that's another story for another day. Cheers. Y'all be safe. Choice out this bitch. Yes, go watch my second channel. Please go watch it. You're liking the second channel videos. I appreciate that. Thank you. Someone said I love the second channel videos. Cheers. Bye. Toodles.